that record button. All right, and then let me change the view. Okay. Let me change it to speaker view. There we go. All right. And if you are not muted, you will be in the middle of the screen. So let me see. Gallery view. Give me one more second. I don't know why Jamie is in the middle of the screen. Hey, girl. You're the star of the show.
Oh, do I need to exit?
No, don't. But you know what? How about mute your line? Can you mute yours? Okay, yeah, that's muted. But I don't know why it's not. Where do y'all see me? Do you see a bigger view or not?
Mine's on my phone, so you're all like.
Okay. I don't know what in the world is going on with this.
I see and hear you just fine.
Do you see a bigger?
I got it now.
Yeah, I have the whole time.
Okay, you can see me.
No, I got it.
Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and start moving forward. But bottom line, guys, thank you guys for being patient. I appreciate this so much. Sometimes it just takes a little bit to get this technology going. But what I want to do tonight, so Lisa and Jana and myself, we were talking about, everybody's so excited about these rank advance bonuses, and we really want to help you get there. And the cool thing is sometimes Lavelle comes up with all of these awesome promotions, and we're like, well, what in the world does that have to do with getting us where we're trying to go? It has everything to do with it. So what I'm going to do is I am going to break down VIP 800 and the double triple, and we'll show you how that moves you toward rank advance. So there's a few things that we want to cover with that. But the other thing is that one of the reasons that we pulled all you guys together has been a whole lot to do with really wanting to our team is strong. Our team is so strong, and it's strong because we have really great relationships and because we really rely on each other. And one of the things that I've heard a lot, since I've been doing this, is it feels like sometimes there's a lot of information coming in at once. And what we want to do is try to eliminate as much distraction as we can while trying to help you to be able to know where to focus. And so with this group, our intention is not to have a ton of meetings or anything like that, because that's certainly not what we're trying to accomplish here. But we definitely feel like if we need to pull this group together, we really want to make sure that's happening. So we have such great leadership across the board, but sometimes I know that it feels like there's a lot of information coming in. So we're going to try to do a better job of really just pulling us together and working on the cohesiveness of what we're trying to accomplish here. Okay, so I hope that sounds good to you guys. So now let's get moving with this. All right, Jana and Lisa, you guys pick up where I may miss something, because I'm holding my laptop as I'm writing. So this double triple that just came out. So I'm going to go ahead and just write down double and triple. Now, what does that mean? And I'm going to focus just on, so if you guys have seen that flyer says that if this is eligible for those $400 and $800 packages, okay? On a $400 package, you always get $80 in commission. Always. That's just always. Now, if you have 2 people between now and the 30th of January, so I know it runs through January 30th. If you have 2 people that decide they want to purchase one of those $400 packages, and I'm only going to focus on the 400 because the 800, the 400 is easier just to break down, but both of them work the same way. So you have 2 people that say, yes, I want to take advantage of going ahead and purchasing this $400 promoter pack. So that $80 is now going to be $160 per package, right? So now you've made $320. That's just if you had 2 people take advantage of that. If it's triple, and I'm not trying to be so elementary, but sometimes it's just nice to see it. I'm a visual learner, so this helps me. That is 0, right? Did I just do that right? 0, 2, 7, 2, 8. Okay. So if it's 3 or more, you are going to receive triple that normal commission. Okay. Does that make sense so far? Okay.
Yeah.
So we're just, Lavelle's saying, hey, you get at least 3 people. I'm going to give you back triple back commissions off of those. If you only get 2, you get double that commission. Now, what you've probably seen, and I'm just going to show this to you step by step, but what you've probably seen is some, maybe you've seen in the past before you became a promoter, or maybe you're seeing it now, you're seeing somebody do a Facebook post that says, hey, you get $400 for a product for $200. I know you've probably seen that, and you're like, well, how are they doing that? Well, what they're doing is they know that they're getting back this $720. So, and they know they're getting $240 off of each $400 package, right? So they're just saying, you know what? I know this is coming to me. And if it helps to start moving my business forward, and if it helps somebody to start thriving that maybe would not be able to otherwise, I'm just going to give them back 200 of this. So that's where that 200 is coming from. So it's like you're doing a rebate. Okay, you still got 40 over here. Now, that is your comfort level. Okay, so that's the one thing I want to make sure I say. This is always your comfort level. You need to do what you feel comfortable with. You need to look at the payout dates. There's usually a delay by a week of part of it, so just know that. If this is something you're like, gosh, I don't even know how I could do that. What if I don't get 3 people? We've actually come up with some scripts to help you to kind of know what to say and how to move forward and kind of have more of a guarantee for yourself as you're moving forward. So we're going to equip you with that. All right. So now, do you have questions about this so far? Are we good?
Can you put your computer a little closer to the board so they can see it, Erin?
Okay. Thanks. Is that good?
It's a little bit better.
Okay. So, so again, just showing you off this $400 package, you have 2 people that take advantage of it. You get double back this normal commission. You have 3 or more, so 3 to infinity. $80 times 3, so it's $240. If you want to use part of this $240 as an incentive to help those folks to start thriving with you, that's where that comes from. All right. So now, how does that help you toward rank advance? So think about that for a second. If you have 3 people that just bought that $400 package, that's $1,200, right?
Yep.
So you've already got $1,200 of your $4,000 needed. Now let me come back to that for a second. There's several of you guys on here right now that are in your VIP period. We know VIP 800 is 2 customers, 2 promoters, okay? So if you have two of these promoters, two people that bought that 400, would you want to stop there? No. But let me come back to that for a second. But basically, if you can take advantage of this right now, instead of only getting, so VIP 800 is a normal payout of 400 plus whatever commissions come off of that. So if you've got this going on, that normally would have only been another 160. Now that's another 160 twice, right? Isn't that right? 80, 160. Yeah, that's right. So
Yeah.
now 0, 2, 1, that just turned into $720 for you, plus whatever these customers' commissions are, and you're thriving for free. Okay. So this is a way to really run with what Lavelle is giving you and be able to get toward these bonuses. The other part of that is, if you wanted to be conservative, you want to play it safe, take this and just worry about two people and say, this is what I would do. I'd say, you know what, I've only got two people and only would get 160 back. I'm going to go ahead and offer them 150, so they only have to pay 250. Yeah, I'm still only getting $10 off of that, but guess what? That 10, that 20, I've still got, well, it's going to wind up being closer to $500 coming my way. So I haven't lost anything is what I'm trying to say. So sometimes it's smart just to use this to help as a rebate, to do an incentive, and it's a way to help move your business forward. Now, the big thing with this is you don't want to ever just stop at this layer. Now you've got these two new people. They deserve to go after what you've been doing. So it's up to you to make sure that that duplication is in place. And that's where these trainings come in, and that's where our team rooms come in. So does all that make sense so far? I am working my shoulders and my biceps right now, y'all. Oh, is there anything you want to add to that, Lisa?
I did want to mention about if you do get someone to become a promoter, like a customer, like we were talking about the other night, just
Okay.
keep in mind they might be under somebody. So when you make them a promoter, they go away from that person that they may be under. That person's getting theirs free.
Yeah,
Does
so
that
we
make
need
sense?
we'd need to replace that with a customer. Yeah,
Right.
absolutely. Yep. Absolutely.
Because
So
that happened to me.
yeah. Yeah. So this rank advance, guys, you can see how just using this and only 3 people is going to automatically give you $1,200 of volume right there. And if you don't stop at just you've got these folks out now doing the same thing you did, you're going to start really moving forward very, very quickly. You can see where this volume starts basically compounding on itself. I hope that makes sense to you guys. I'm going to sit down for a second. Jana, do you want to add something?
Oh, I was just sitting here thinking about when you were talking about, if somebody's in their VIP period, I mean, you could still have an opportunity even if you didn't feel that you could offer a rebate back. If you're still working through your VIP period right now and you have those 2 people in your VIP that sign up as promoters and take advantage of the $400 packages, you're still going to reap the benefits of the double that's available. So don't get stressed out by trying to put everything together at once.
Yeah.
Something that you'll see in some of the scripts that we're bringing out to you guys, I've laid it out in a manner of, approaching people with, I'm working on getting 3 people for this exclusive deal. And so that way you're not promising them anything until you have secured your 3 people. And so I think we should talk a little bit more about that as well.
Okay. Do you want to go ahead and lead into that?
Yeah, I sure can. Sorry, first of all, if I look super pale like a porcelain doll. I have been sick for the last 10 days, so I'm going to try and get through this without getting too winded. But yeah, you'll see when we send these scripts out to you guys, the nature of which I laid them out, like I was saying. For example, let's say it's a person that you've been contacting that's a warm contact, and you're wanting them to, purchase one of these packages. You can come to them and say, "Hi, Sally. We've been talking about Thrive. I have this really good deal that's going on right now. I'm needing to secure 3 people for this incentive, and what I can offer you is $400 worth of Thrive product for $200 back once I have my 3. When is a good time for me to follow up with you so I can tell you more details about this deal?" Because we always want to be, Aaron and I and Lisa, we always try and be really forthcoming about everything. So then that phone call, when you get them on there, then you're explaining to them that in order for them to get this promotion, they're technically becoming a promoter. So they're not only getting this $400 worth of product, it's also opening up the doors of the other incentives that we have available. So there's different pivot points we can help you guys through. I just did 3 different scripts last night that were basic. One involves cold contact. The other one involves, like I was just saying, a warm contact. And then the third one that I did involved couples. What I have done in the past is, let's say I have some friends out there who may not be thriving. And let's say that Jim and Sue, I want to contact them about this promo. Well, I can contact them in the manner of, "Hey, Jim and Sue, I wanted to talk to you about this promotion that I have for Thrive. I know you guys have been seeing me do this for quite some time. What this will allow you to do is get the 2 of you started for $400 worth of Thrive, and I'm going to give you $200 back." Oh, it's telling me I'm timing out. Am I really timing out?
No.
Okay. So then what happens is you sign them up under one of the spouses. And so then let them go ahead and get that experience started with that $400 package. You're going to be one mix short for them to have a complete 30-day if they're doing a full shake every day. So there's little things like that we can pivot through, as far as you're not telling them that they're going to be getting an entire month's worth. It's getting them both started on their Thrive journey. And then we're also going to follow up with a phone call or a 3-way message like we always do to finish that out. But my point is with that, when you start the couples on this particular program to do this triple, you add one of them as your promoter, and then let that other couple, or excuse me, the other spouse, become their first customer. So if that makes sense. So Jim has signed up, let's say, and they've done the $400 package. They're both enjoying their Thrive. And then we go ahead and sign her up. It doesn't have to be that same day, but that's his automatic first customer. That's also going to work towards his VIP as well.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's what I did.
Mhm.
With the last couple I had, I signed the wife up under the husband. And I even told them, I said, "Look, you've got, some samples here to help you get the other person." And they got another person in a couple of days. So he already had his 2. Then we started working on her, getting her 2. So them having samples, to go out and help them get the other.
Yeah. And it's one thing that, I'll just caution you a little bit on is when you're doing that with your couples or whoever you're working on for this particular promo, like Aaron was telling us the other night, you have to keep in mind if they're going to take advantage of this promo, you need to be forward thinking because they're going to have enough inventory sitting there that they may not need to order for a while. So, process that a little bit as far as how you're going to work this. You'll be able to gauge people as far as what their interest level is. If they're interested in starting their Thrive journey or if they're really interested in the business side. But, we're here to help you guys as far as different ideas for different walks of life,
Absolutely. Absolutely. So, one of the things so as we're moving forward, it is, it's okay to talk to your current customers. It's okay to offer this to maybe promoters in your first line that are already thriving with you. It's okay if you want to do that, but it's really the best idea is to really be thinking about who can do this with you and who wants to spread this as quickly as you want to. And so I had asked you guys if you would put together 10 people on a list before tonight. And I'm curious, and I'm going to have you guys go into into our room because I can't see everybody's faces unless I keep scrolling across. But you guys, if you have your list of 10 names, I want you to go in there and just say, I do. And I will put you in a drawing. And I have a gift for you. And the reason I had you go ahead and put those 10 names together is because that's where this is going to start moving you forward. You want to go ahead and start reaching out to those folks. And so we actually have come up with those scripts, like Jana said, to help you start moving forward. Does that sound pretty good? Okay. All right. So we have the locals coming up this weekend, and I know we've got some folks on here in Iowa and Missouri and, in Nevada. I know we're all over the place. But this is mainly for North Carolina. But Jana actually had an interesting viewpoint with this, and I wanted to let her talk on it for just a little bit because she's in Missouri. She can't be here, but there was something she said the other night that just really, it's worth repeating. So, Jana, if you don't mind sharing a little bit.
I don't know if I remember exactly what I said because I've been on so many drugs for this stupid pneumonia, but I basically was just saying, if you're right there in the area and you have the opportunity to come to an event where you're going to have Elaine and Nancy and Ginger and all of the other leaders that, you're seeing all the time right there in the North Carolina area, you really, really need to take advantage of that. And I can't express to you what you can gain from going to something like that. And this is going to be a little different. If you've been to events where Paul's there, yes, those hands down are amazing because Paul does a great job. But you're going to see a little bit different light shed on the subject from these ladies because they're the ones that have been out in the trenches and, been building this business from day one. And, the business side of the meetings that are going to be there, plus the locals, especially we were talking about with this going on right now with the triple fast start. This is an excellent opportunity. Say it's your 10 people that are on your list. This is an excellent time to invite them to something like this because it may just bring everything to light for them right there in a live setting. The light bulb may just go ding and just come on because they're simply sitting in front of people that have been doing this forever. So I would just simply suggest that get those 10 people, really, work on talking to them this week, getting them to this event, and, trying to work towards that. Don't miss it because I'd be there if I could be, but I can't.
Yeah, there is something about your son's birthday and your daughter's gymnastic meet. I don't know. Your priorities are just not where they need to be.
I know. And I might be, able to walk across the room and breathe, here in a few days.
Yeah,
So.
right. That's right. Well, so, all right, guys, we've kept you long enough. But here's the last thing I'm going to share with you before we leave. If you have any questions at all, I want you to grab me. I will walk through this again with you. These are just ideas. This is your business. You run it the way you want to. But what we want to do is equip you as best as we can. We know that sometimes those reach out scripts are kind of hard. We're not real sure exactly what to say. So we have that lined up for you. But the big thing is don't let it just be at your level. Be thinking beyond you. Be thinking about these people that you're bringing in, helping them to understand where we're going, why we're trying to do this, and the power of what we have. And then the last thing I'll say is the first person on this team that gets triple commission qualified is going to get $100 from me. Yep.
One thing, Erin, that you said earlier that I forgot to come back to that's super important, especially if you're new to this promo. If you are offering the $200 back, make darn sure that they are personally sponsored to you. So even if you've been all excited about helping somebody that's a couple of levels down from you, just keep in mind that if they purchase one of those packages off of the incentive that you're running, you're not going to get that triple back. So I made that mistake early on when I was doing this. So just pay attention if you're offering that $200 back, that they are connected directly to you.
That's right. And so if it's a woman that I'm sorry, I'm getting excited about my prices. But if it's a woman that won, I went shopping today. Do y'all see what this says? Down. Okay. Can you see that?
No. You're not in front of the key.
I don't even know what's supposed to be. It says believe, you guys.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, and it's a leather. It's so pretty. But believe in it will be, everybody. You know, that's always been my saying. You know, that's always how I have ran this team. And it's the truth. Believe and it will be. But the bottom line is you've got an amazing bunch of folks that are here to support you. So does anybody have any questions before we conclude?
Don't be shy.
I do. I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you know when the payout will be for this, for the double, triple? When will our payout be so we can, if we don't have the money to go ahead and pay the people now with the incentive, like the $200 back?
Yes.
When will this payout be paid to us so we can say, okay, I want you to do this, but you're not going to be able to get the $200 until I get paid on this day?
Yeah, it looks like, oh, booey.
I know too.
Yeah, I should have looked at that before we got on here. I'm
It
sorry.
says that it will be included as part of the week 5 of 2019 commission. So it will be paid out on February 5th.
February 5th. Okay.
Okay.
This concludes on the 30th. So that makes
Okay.
sense. Because
Okay.
they're going to have to pay it out after it's already ran. Because the 30th is what on it's a Thursday or Wednesday. Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. All right, y'all. Well, let's go get it. And I will do a drawing and figure out who won the first gift that I have ready for you guys.
Mhm.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks. Have a good night. Bye.
Good night.
Bye.